In this video, I'm going to quickly show you the three level of lead generation engines that we have. So level one is basic LinkedIn conversation that I taught you in this video. In this, what we do is, so for example, for BizAmps, we might reach out to someone saying, do you want to know about this? And the person will say yes. And then we're gonna share information. And basically what we're gonna do is LinkedIn conversation, we're gonna ask someone to call them or follow up on LinkedIn and try to basically get the next step. So either generate a need for our services or ask questions like what made you interested in this, what are your plans like, so, and then try to sell them. Right, so this is what BizAmps does. As you can see, it's my profile. We have sent messages into this. Also, sometimes what we also do, we after a LinkedIn conversation, we will also put them into nurturing, which is basic email automation, and we use a marketing email automation tool. There are two type of email automation tool. One is marketing email automation. In this, what happens is the email is sent via the IP address or subdomain of the tool that we're using. Whereas if I was using the sales email outreach or sales email engagement tool or outreach tool, it will be sent via Google Suite or MS 365, right? And the idea is we are trying to send them some information, not trying to sell them, and show our expertise, because we're a services company. If you were a product company, you might want to show them the demo or the job that you want to get done, and I'm trying them to book a meeting with them side by side, right? The people who are interested. And as we have a new offer coming up or a new video coming up, we send it to everyone in our old list by adding a new email cadence below, right? So that is level one, basic LinkedIn. For some other clients, we might, as you can see, for some other client, we're targeting some other location, like this is a whole US, UK that they target. The volume is less, but over here we're going for a direct task, and you can see the size of the company is large as well. So these are leads, the green ones are meetings, and if I show you the screenshot, we're just asking them a direct task, right? Not great, but this is working for this case because they're targeting marketers and they have something that is interesting. So over here people are scheduling directly meetings with them. What does your schedule look like, right? So stuff like that. In level 2, what we will do is, now we will start, rather than going via LinkedIn Sales Navigator and targeting people who just LinkedIn shows us, we'll actually curate a database based on our target market. So in BizAmps case, as you can see, this is our database. So we'll have a list of all the CEOs, CMOs that we have, and if I go to this list, we have 7,000 over here, right? So let me show you. So around 7,000 people over here, and then we have further have segmented them, right? And what now we'll do is we'll only add email as a outreach mechanism as well, but also we're not asked over here. If you can see, we're directly asking them based off a conversation to set up a meeting with us, where we over here in the meeting we have to position ourselves. What I'm trying to do over here is from an email send them to a landing page or a how-to case study, like a case study where someone has achieved the outcome, like how someone generated 500 leads a month, right? Or a video sales page. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to pre-sell the person, right? It's pre-sales. Similarly, I ask people, do you want to see X? So you want to have 3 ideas, lead generation ideas that you can apply tonight and get leads. So people who say yes, I send them to a landing page so that they know a bit more about myself. What this looks like, so I have a tool. This is all the campaigns. Let's say we're sending them to open rate, reply rates, but most of them, as you can see, will click. So we're also tracking. So in the session recording tool, so we further we see who has clicked via session recording tool. This is free, and we can see, okay, who the person is, name of the person, the company name, how many minutes they have spent. So now not only we have showed them a bit of the offer and set a base, but also now when we will call them, it will not be as cold of a lead, right? So now the person has started to get aware about us. Same with LinkedIn. Whoever says yes, we're gonna message them, right? And if someone replies, so let's say someone replied over here, right? Whoever replies to us, we of course reply them back. Someone will say, don't email me, stuff like that. But we have repliers also, so we have leads already coming in, sometimes directly via this also, but the amount is very low, right? We engage with repliers, and what I do is I give it to cold callers. So after LinkedIn conversation, I ask my team to put it in, like a HubSpot CRM and enrich the data. So even if you open the stuff like this, there's some information on number of what's the contact number like, LinkedIn profile and stuff like that, and information on what the chat happened, with whom the chat happened. So there's some context, and then what we do is we assign a lead as a task in HubSpot. You can do it in your CRM, but you can see these are all the tasks that have been assigned. If I can see tasks for different assignees, let's say C for Samiksha, so it's a different task. So now basically she will call them and try to set a meeting or close the client on something. Now what this landing page could be, it could be in B2B, what I say is don't use gate, like don't have email opt-in, because people hate it. In later stages have it, but early stages don't. So a lot of even the ads I do, I send people to, let's say, a blog post, right? So they can see content that generates bottom of funnel sales ready leads, right? So this is a blog. So I have some blogs that I send people to, that where I can showcase my expertise, right? Otherwise, if there's a senior caller who convinced them to a meeting, back again. This is still an outbound lead. I still have to use lead generating scripts. So this is level 2. Now level 3 is one level up, where now I segment the database into clients, past clients. And so now if it's clients, so someone from my team who has worked with them, they will reach out to them. Same with past clients, lost deals, so whoever the salesperson was, maybe they will reach out to someone else, right? The people who have clicked, I have segmented those. To them, a different communication will go. LinkedIn, of course, connections will have a different communication. People with mobile number will have different. So what I'll do is, even in BizAmps, as you can see, so these are, let's say, interested leads. Now these are interested leads who have said, okay, I want to see a video. That's my guess, if I'm not wrong. Let me just quickly check. So yeah, over here I've asked for, do you want to see a YouTube link? They're like, yes, send me this, right? They're just asking, send you the proposal over here. Quite interesting. But these are the leads who have said yes to a video. While over here, these are the people who have clicked, and I have a session length recording. I have the email ID. I'll ask someone to find their phone numbers, put a HubSpot contact and stuff like that. To them, the communication will be different because they've already clicked. So the communication is, why you didn't buy, or the communication is what's stopping you, what the goals are, set up a maybe direct call with Akshat, stuff like that. So the communication changes, right? So segmentation basically decides what the communication is. Then we can further segment. For example, one thing we do right now, and this works amazingly, is people whose mobile numbers we have but who have not clicked, right? We'll send them to a junior caller. A junior caller, by the way, cannot close the customer even on an appointment, because like I told you, junior caller is like a mini strategist. But what they can do is they can pitch them and say, okay, come to our landing page. So over this time, caller will say, come to our landing page and see this video. Like the calling script would be, hi, am I talking to so and so? I just sent you an email regarding XYZ. Can you please quickly check if you have received it? I will not disturb you after that. Yes, I have received it. Okay, there's a link that showcase 3 lead generation ideas. So there's a video on the landing page, right, that shows you 3 easy lead generation ideas. If you like it, please reach back out to us, right? Sign up with us. and over here the person can quickly see if what the ideas are, make a case if they want to go forward with us, right? A junior, and then they can SMS it. Uh, but also we will also probably when we are sending when we're emailing them, of course we are tracking them over here also, but we also have set up pixels, Google ad pixels, Facebook ad, LinkedIn ad pixels, so that we can retarget them, the people who already know about us, right? And then we might run ads to them on Facebook. That even if the ads that you see will be directly sending to content, not asking something from in return, and I'll try to answer some questions in the post itself, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying them not to do anything, just connect BizAmps with let's say intelligence or good strategies, right? Because once that happens, when we will reach out to them, they'll say yes, right? Or something like that might happen where the person is like, just send me the proposal, because they might have actually known about us, right? Yeah, so I'll do same thing with Facebook ads, I'll do same thing with Google ads, stuff like that. And if I'm tracking a pitch, so for example, if it's a video sales letter, I might have an unlisted video, right, where I can see how many views have happened, and via this I can say, okay, 10 people have actually heard me, so I can basically decide the how many people are interested in watching a video. While I can see, okay, a lot of people have actually clicked on it, as you can see, there are many people who click on it, but not like many have actually watched the video. And then again, I can, even with Facebook, I can have a lead generation format where people click on ad and I ask for their contact information, then give it to a caller. I can have a visitor reveal tool like Lead Feeder or Clearbit Reveal, and see which companies have visited and reach back out to them, right? By the way, this does not involve psychology, like positioning via messaging, price anchoring. So it does not involve other things as well. So what positioning via messaging might be. So when I'm, let's say, sending them an email, the first email will be, get US clients. And over in this email, I'm just not having any call to action. I just want in their brain to get, I'm fighting for their mind space and see, okay, this is my pricing. You can see the amount over here. And now if I email you, think that this level of person is emailing you, right? Or if it's too much out of your thing, ignore us. But I'll start pitching after that, and there's no call to action, just click links to click on, right? And stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's basically the other parts as well to it. What I say is, if you want, this will be simple. Not, by the way, don't get overwhelmed. This is simple. My team would personally set all this thing up in 1 month, at least till level 2 very easily. Even in level 3, we might be able to set up in 2 months, so 60 days. But if you're just going after an outsourcing company, even with BizAmps, what you can expect for the pricing, I'll give you the ballpark. So ballpark would be, if you're doing just LinkedIn meetings, so it would be like 75,000 rupees, but don't ask for a strategist. Basically, no one, they will not care too much about, they will not be able to afford to give you a strategist, right? They will not be able to set up a lot of stuff. So over there, you're just hiring people to do some stuff. What you will tell them, okay, use this messaging, you will be the one who will be A/B testing the messaging. Level 2 will be like, even with us, it should cost you, if they're doing all this stuff and helping you create even the landing page and track all this stuff, have a senior caller involved, then it will cost you around somewhere around 1.5 lakh rupees a month. Average would be 10 meetings or 20 leads a month. That's what you can expect. And we are in July, end of July of 2022. And I think this trend might continue till 2023. If you want to scale up now, let's like level 3, and even this part of it, even from hiring to management to word of mouth, conversion psychology. Like we have not discussed sales, we have not discussed podcast, we have not discussed pre-sales alignment, a lot of stuff on marketing. We have not talked integration pipelines, like automations. So a lot of that stuff, like if you hire someone like us who will do it for you and will also help you build a team, train, work with the C-suite, it might cost you somewhere around 3 lakh rupees a month for a fixed amount of time. We also have a plan. I think it's called double your new revenue rate, right? So it has a guarantee as well if you want to sign up with us. But yeah, this is something you can ask my team for, what we do and what's included, what's not included. So yeah, that's it. I think I gave you what level 3 is. All the best.
So you saw the engine that we build, and it's a very basic engine. It goes much more advanced. So if you want this engine, a very easy first step, even if you're a small company, might be to invest in our go-to-market workshop, or contact us to see if we have any upcoming live events, which are workshops that get you started. Second thing, we sometimes usually don't recommend it to everyone unless you really want to grow very fast and you're determined that this is the team, Akshat is the one I want on my team. We have a package called double your revenue, and it has some guarantees in written that you basically make all the money back. But there's a condition via which we take a client. Not everyone is eligible for it. We have to make sure, okay, your business model is viable, that we can help you generate all the money you invest with us back. And the cost of that package is 30 lakh rupees, right? Where our team is working for you for 9 months. And similarly, I'm working for you, and we are helping you build a revenue engine inside your company and proving it. And then unless that is proven, we basically don't exit, or I personally don't exit until your money is made back, not only just the engine part of it, right? So the idea is that I have given you the strategy for free. You pretty much have some tactics for free, but if you want quicker results, I would highly recommend you to invest in a trained team or have trained people come and work with you. And let's say, for example, what basically it does it, let's say if you take our go-to-marketing workshop, the ideas on the offerings, on the strategy on how to approach your target market and the assets you have in a company, because many companies don't, they have assets that they don't know they invested in that they can use, but they don't, right? So whatever idea and thing you will come up in 12 weeks, we might be able to help you craft a plan within 12 hours, right? And in double your revenue, what you might be able to achieve in 24 months, we might help you achieve in 48 weeks, right? So that's where if you want to compress time frames, that's where we come in. And if you think that this is something not for you, I would suggest to think it out for a second. So let's say if you apply the tactics I have given you, you will get some results, but you will not get all the results that an engine can bring you, right? And what can happen is, because I personally also took coaching classes and stuff like that. So what happens is you will always be a little resource constrained, and what you will do is you will start to cut corners. You might be unaware and you might cut out things that are critical that you might not be, you cannot build into your mental model, okay, this is important. You don't think this is important. You think this, there's another way to get this thing done. And there where, things can fall apart and you might not get results. And you might overinvest in things that, you feel excited about. You might overinvest in new fancy tools, but it might not give you the results that you imagined, right? So that's where usually we come in. So for example, let's say you go out to try to implement a sales automation, a sales automation tool, and build a playbook where a lot of new sales might come automatically to some level, right? You might hit DNS roadblocks, You might hit spam filters when you're doing email or sales automation. You might get a lot of negative replies, a lot of negative response. You might get team pushback that the strategy we are doing is pretty much wrong, and it will be very difficult to then at that time to hold your ground if you have no support. And you also might start to think, okay, you might be doing something wrong. You might have scaling issues come up. Basically 100 things can come up. It's like technical things, anything can go off. One tiny thing happens and the whole internet starts to wobble, right? Basically whatever the perfect strategy is in your head, that you have constructed, when the rubber meets the road, a lot of problem starts to come up. And I think you must have experienced it in other elements of life, right? And that's where we come in, and we make sure those problems don't let us stop us from getting the outcome we have. And we make sure we tweak the strategy, re-strategize, make sure the execution is on point, make sure the in-house engine is working, the strategists are there, and make sure we deliver the outcome. And we do not stop until all the revenue we have invested we have gotten back and more, and we have added basically a profit center to the company, which is marketing, right? So basically the decision is yours, like how do you want to go forward, and how do you want to pay for it. So you want to pay it by doing it yourself and you're basically paying in time, or you want to work with us and pay in money but basically buy back all the time you have. And there are two quotes I like about it. And one quote says is, there is a price of success and a price of failure. What it depends is when you pay for it and how you pay for it. Another quote is from Tim Ferriss that says, usually the cost of inaction is high over 1 year time frame or longer. So I hope all the tactics I have shown you, you actually go apply them. You get the results, you get the first lead probably by tomorrow night, especially if you invest at least 24 hours into the things I have mentioned. And if you want to work more with us, email us. We might have a workshop coming up, or we might have something special for you, or something else that will make sure that we somehow help you add more profitability to your company and help you get more clients and stuff like that. So my name is Akshat Kharbanda. I run two companies, BizAmps, which is a B2B marketing agency, and Leaders of Change, which is a media company that does podcasts. So if you need our help, you know where to find us. It was lovely seeing you. Thank you. Bye-bye.